Of course you got guys like Michael Penix Jr. and Bo Nix balling out this year because they're 25 freaking years old. They should be balling out against these 18, 19-year-old kids. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Let me know in the comment section. What do you think? Does college football have a problem, especially when it comes to these quarterbacks? I hope each and every single one of you had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you ate a lot of good food. But also, I hope you're enjoying this Black Friday because, yeah, there's some shopping deals going on. But more importantly, we got some big-time college football games to look forward to. We got Texas and Texas Tech. They're playing at 6:30. And also, we got the big-time heated rival matchup between Oregon and Oregon State. And I got to address this before we go any farther. In last night's preview video, I don't know why I did this. I have no excuse, but I called the Oregon State game the Apple Cup when it's Washington State. Like I said, I have no excuse for it. I don't know why I called the Oregon State game the Apple Cup, but I do apologize. I guess if you want some lousy excuse, I could chop it up to this. I was extremely stuffed from all the sweet potato casserole and ham I was eating, and when you're stuffed, you know how it goes. You get tired, and when you're tired, you're not thinking straight. And you guys let me know about it in the comment section right here. He called Oregon and Oregon State the Apple Cup, LOL. And somebody replied to it and said, who let this SEC meat writer cook? All right, bro, listen, I made a mistake. And the funny thing about this was I didn't even realize I referred to the Oregon State game the Apple Cup until I was checking out some of the comments. And when I rewatched it back, I was like, wait a minute. I said that? But just how we say on this channel, it is what it is. I messed up. We're going to roll with the punches. However, getting all that out the way, that is besides the point. One of the main topics we're going to talk about in today's video is apparently college football has a big problem. And it's not even just one, but multiple college football head coaches have came out and spoke about this. And also, I've seen people talk about this on Twitter for the past several months. I just haven't spoken on it too much. However, in today's video, we're going to speak on it because it seems like everybody's sick and tired of it. And I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Let me know in the comment section. Do you think this is a problem for college football? We're going to talk all about that, but also another topic we're going to speak on, and this was trending all over Twitter. It's currently got over 5 million views. Wake Forest head coach is not happy with Notre Dame. Look, man, I don't got time to waste. You don't got time to waste either. I know everybody's busy around this time of the year, so Matt, blah, blah, blah. Shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, first things first. On last night's video, I asked you guys, let me know what your favorite dish or entree, whatever you want to call it, is on Thanksgiving. And my man Joey said, screw it, Matt. I ain't giving you one. I'm giving you multiple. He said pecan pie, man. You know what? Don't kill me too much in the comment section. I love pecan pie, but I didn't even have any of that yesterday. You know what? I might run to the store tonight and go pick me up a pecan pie to make up for the absence of yesterday. Continuing along here, coconut poke cake, turkey, chicken, dressing, and cornbread are my favorite Thanksgiving foods. Man, oh man, I tell you something, as a kid growing up in the South, there ain't nothing that compares to a good piece of cornbread. Thank you for that comment, Joey, and that's a pretty good Thanksgiving meal right there. Just thinking about a good piece of Southern-made cornbread, got my mouth watering. No lie, I feel like I could eat an entire circular pan of cornbread right now. Gotta have some butter, man. All right, we gotta lock in. What am I talking about? I'm sitting here talking about cornbread for 45 seconds. Matt, lock in, sorry. Getting that out the way, we need to lock in, get down to business, and let's talk about what's going on in the college football world. So check this out. The head coach for Wake Forest was not happy with all the love that Notre Dame was giving Sam Hartman on senior night. Here's what he stated, quote unquote. Here's a guy that we recruited and we developed. You know, they're putting a video on him saying, we will always love you. Like you only dated him for a couple of months. It can't be love. We're the ones that love him. We had 5 years with him. You rented him for a season. They brought him in and rented him for a year, and now they love him? When that video played, it's just like, holy cow, this is where college football is. Well, you want to know what my reaction to this is? I don't care, and I don't think it's a big deal whatsoever. I don't know what this guy's crying and complaining about, because honestly, who cares? You have a problem with Notre Dame showing love for Sam Hartman? It's his senior night. Come on, man. You know what this reminds me of? Let me put this into a better perspective so people like me and you can relate. This is no different than the toxic ex. It's not. You either break up with her, she either breaks up with you, you move on, and she's salty about it. I don't know. My only assumption is he's probably feeling some type of way because Wake Forest is, well, They're Wake Forest, enough said. That topic does somewhat go hand in hand with our focal point of this video though, and that is no other than Wisconsin's head coach Luke Fickell on 7th year senior stated, quote unquote, "Is this still college football?" This world today, I think we've still got a couple more years left of not knowing how old or what guys have left in the tank based on how many years of experience. I just saw Minnesota's got a 7th year guy, and I just saw a Utah quarterback is saying he's coming back for a 7th year. Is this still college football? I don't know. I'm not sure it was meant to be 6 years, 7 years. There's a lot of those things still hanging. And I wound up reading this entire article, but that right there sums it up the best. He's just harping on, I can't believe we got 6th, 7th, and even 8th year guys still playing in college football, and it's a normal thing now. I remember growing up, I thought it was absurd. Remember that quarterback for Oklahoma State, Brandon Weeden? That was his name, right? I believe it was Brandon Weeden. He was a quarterback for Oklahoma State, and he was, what was it, like 30-something years old? That was a rarity, and I was like, man, that's crazy. And to go on top of that, even after Brandon Weeden, if you ever saw a quarterback that was, heck, I'd say 22 or 23 years old, it was a rarity. But now it's seeming like all these quarterbacks are staying using that extra COVID super senior year BS all the time. And we just talked about one guy, Sam Hartman. He did it. Last year, off the top of my head, Stetson DoorDash Bennett, Hendon Hooker for Tennessee. Everybody gave Stetson DoorDash Bennett a hard time because he was 24, 25 years old. But heck, Hendon Hooker was the same age. It's everywhere, man. Same thing for Cam Rising. I love him to death, but good gosh almighty. It's his 7th year next year. And look at Tennessee's current quarterback. I know he's not that good, but Joe Milton, he's like 23, 24 as well. And even Washington's quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., that guy's been playing college football for years. And oh yeah, can't forget to mention another guy in the Pac-12, Bo Nix. I want you to really think about this. Michael Penix Jr. played 4 years at Indiana and has now played 2 years at Washington. That's BS. And it's the same thing for Bo Nix. And it goes back to this. That COVID year screwed up everything because the NCAA made the bonehead decision of, oh, well, you can play and it's not going to count. Like, what? No, that was the stupidest thing ever. I thought if you played that year, it should have counted because I knew crap like this was going to happen. Of course, you got guys like Michael Penix Jr. and Bo Nix balling out this year because they're 25 freaking years old. They should be balling out against these 18, 19-year-old kids. It's like, dude, come on, man. You got to grow up and start a family or do something. And I get why these guys like Michael Penix Jr. and Bo Nix came back for their super senior COVID graduate year. It's because they're not good enough for the NFL, and they know that. I would say potentially Bo Nix could be a decent quarterback. Maybe he could be a bridge guy, but Michael Penix Jr., no. Once Michael Penix Jr. plays in these last couple of games, that will be it for him, and that's all she wrote. He may play a couple games in the NFL, but best case scenario, backup quarterback. And more than likely, same thing for Sam Hartman, Bo Nix, and all these super senior quarterbacks. Getting back to Luke Fickell's point here, though, I don't feel like I'm as mad about it. I know I just went on a mini rant and tangent, but it really doesn't bother me because somebody told me this or somebody said this years ago and it always stuck with me. If you got a guy playing college football for 5 or 6 years, there's a reason for it. He's not good enough for the NFL, so you shouldn't be worried about playing against him. And I feel the same way. I know what some of you are saying. Well, Matt, you just ranted how you don't like it, and I don't like it. But there's a difference from me not liking these 6- and 7-year quarterbacks and hating it. I feel like Luke Fickell, he hates it. He's like, man, is this even college football, yada, 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 where I don't hate it. I just strongly dislike it. And Luke Fickell's not the only head coach who has spoken about this. There's been multiple others. And it seems like most people are leaning towards the side of, yeah, they're not a fan of this. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Let me know in the comment section. What do you think? Does college football have a problem, especially when it comes to these quarterbacks? And I'm not even going to answer the question. I'll let you guys answer in the comment section. Let me know what you think. You got some people saying stuff like this. If they still have eligibility, then who cares? I understand that perspective, but I think the point that Fickell is trying to get across here is it's almost like an unfair advantage. You got a 25-year-old quarterback, 26-year-old quarterback who's been playing for 6, 7 years up against 18, 19, and 20-year-olds. And to go on top of that, we haven't even brought this up, but while these 18, 19, 20, and even 21-year-olds, they're in class, they're being a student athlete, you got guys like Bo Nix, they're done. They've been graduated. So they get to lock in and pretty much treat this like an NFL job. All they worry about is football, football, football. So yeah, they are going to have a competitive advantage on the field. They can watch more film, spend more time just doing everything, preparing for the game. It definitely makes for an interesting debate for sure. And oh yeah, I got to bring this up. It was announced after the Egg Bowl that Will Rogers is expected to enter the transfer portal. Dude, same thing here. That guy's been playing for 4 to 5 years. Like, how does this guy have eligibility? And it's also messing up the record books. We haven't even brought this up. You see it right here. Will Rogers, quarterback from Mississippi State, ranks number 2 in SEC history with 12,315 career passing yards and 4th with 94 passing touchdowns. Well, here's the thing. If he comes back next year, he'll probably break that passing record, won't he? But here's the gimmick with that. He had an extra year compared to all these other guys that have played the past 100 years or so. Can't make this crap up, man. You can't make it up. I'm extremely curious. Let me know your thoughts on all these super seniors down below. But roll it out.